All right. So when last we left off, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad had returned to Wilfred's childhood home of Aluth in order to warn Priestess Jorah, the priestess of Sarenrae, as well as Wilfred's mentor, of the impending threat of the Cult of the Caustic Heart, a sort of fanatical cult of chromatic dragonborns that served the dark dragon god Tiamat. You had returned, you had met with Priestess Jorah, and you had sort of warned her about this. She in turn told you about a curse that was afflicting the treants that lived in this, and were sort of the ancestral people of Veluth. You no a video. You talked to them. You guys talked to Wilfred. Wilfred went and talked to his family, and then you guys had dinner at Drunken Tiger, and then you went into the Savalier Wood in search of the source of this curse that was afflicting the treants. You guys found 4 treants and fought them and defeated them, and then you guys had one of them, Pygmythorn, lead you to sort of the secret meeting place of the treants. There, you found a ring of mushrooms surrounding a broken obelisk. You guys sent Demon Chad in to investigate, and he was unable to make heads or tails of it. And then Wilfred wandered in. He was cursed and fell under the control of this obelisk. Morgana cast darkness on him, and Ingvar went in to try and free Wilfred through sort of stitching together or figuring out what was the source of this curse. Wilfred overcame Morgana's darkness, and they're in a weird sort of sallow, sunken, goblin-like creature came down and began attacking Angvor. Carrick rushed in to help him, was cursed as well. And as the tide of the battle turned against them, Aurelia tried to jump in and save Angvor, and she was cursed as well. Basically, Angvor was knocked out and then brought back, and then you guys, Pygmythorn returned, and things began to sort of swing the other way as Morgana was able to sort of save Angvor, and eventually you guys sort of killed one of the creature, the sallow, sunken goblin-like creature. This freed Aurelia and gave sort of made a resonant humming sound. Angvor went back in to investigate, and basically at the last, Girthing came in as well. At the last moment, as things were about to turn hopelessly against you guys, Angvor killed the second sort of creature that had come down when he had entered the circle. And with the death of this creature, the obelisk fused together, imprisoning the magic which was cursing you all, and you guys were freed. You guys returned to Priestess Jorah and told her about what had happened. She told you that it might be a relic of Meleismere, and she seemed to have some thoughts that she wasn't sharing with you. Carrick, Girthing, and Angvor went back to the Drunken Tiger and ate a lot. Wilfred stayed in the sort of temple of Sarenrae, talked to Morgana, and then in the morning he did some investigation on the Feywild and on Tiamat. You guys met back up, and you guys went to the house of a guy named Aradel, a trader, a wood elf trader, who had been to Meleismere. He said he didn't quite recognize what the obelisk you were describing, and didn't seem to be particularly helpful. When you guys received a message from Morgana, who had sort of broken off from the group, that she had gone back to the place where the obelisk was, and it was no longer there. As we begin tonight's session, Wilfred, you have just received this sort of, after leaving the house of Aradel the trader, you have received this message from Morgana. So what are you doing?
I guess we leave. The obelisk is no longer here.
Who told you that?
Morgana just now.
Oh man. One day and it's already gone.
When they say healed,
Sealed.
when they sealed and it's gone. Maybe it just teleports to random places.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a good thing that it's out of this area.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, we've done all we really can. unless we have any leads, unless she knows where it went. Kind of did what we set out to do. So unless you guys think otherwise,
Guess we
I'm
need to find
fine to head on.
What'd you say, Carrick?
Unless you guys think otherwise, I'm fine to head on. You know, keep heading to the the cliffs, the white claw cliffs.
Hey, it's not my
Yeah.
lore, it's Matt Mercer's lore.
I don't have anything else here in Duluth that needs,
Nobody has any armor. Nobody had to come back in 2 weeks to pick up or orders. Nobody did that, right?
no, it's
Not
kind
yet.
of certain.
Yeah, it'll be probably a bit more than that before my armor's ready back in Golgotha. But Horgrath is they got that seeing stones or scrying, sending, I don't know, the magic rock. So he's gonna tell me when that's ready. What do you think, Will? You ready to head on?
I'm curious what's become of the Dragonborns. But other than that, I don't have anything holding me here besides family and friends.
Guess we're heading out.
You know where we can get the horses?
Oh, yeah, there's Sally Fables right over here.
Yep. And so as you guys look over, it's sort of in the north part of town, there is a sort of a stables. I mean, it's not a lavish stable by any stretch of the imagination. It's kind of a, the kind of thing that you would expect in sort of a backwater place like Valuth. There are, a few horses there, but you also see that there are several sort of large lizard-like creatures that can be, they're sort of in stabled as well.
Did we already get horses at one point, or were we just talking about it when we got to Duluth?
We're to go down to,
We flew for a while.
we flew for a while, but when we went from, what was it, Uther Durn to the ruined city, we got horses there.
Yeah, they were in the city though.
Yeah, but yeah, we left them there. But I don't know if we got horses anywhere else.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm thinking of.
Well, let's get some horses or some lizards that we might be able to ride.
Oh yeah, those things look interesting.
So you guys see like a sort of a swarthy sort of halfling there, sort of he's sort of nailing. You see him sort of out front. He's sort of putting a horseshoe on one of the horses, and you see him putting the horseshoe in, and he's oh yeah, hello there. My name's Arl. I'm the farrier here. How may I help you?
We're looking to perchance purchase some mounts.
I can. Yeah, I can. What type of mounts are you looking for?
Tell me about
Uh-huh.
these lizards. I've never seen something like that.
Yeah, you should. These here lizards, they're native to the Savalier wood. You see, they're got these sort of these long. A lot of people like them because they feel like they're sort of better for the moving through the forest of the Savalier wood. They're less likely to get sort of tangled up and in sort of the different undergrowth of the Savalier wood, and so I mean a lot of people prefer them. So I mean, if you guys are interested, I mean I would highly recommend them if you're venturing that route.
Well, I don't think we were hoping to go through, was looking to everyone else. I don't think we were hoping to go through the wood if we didn't have to. I was imagining kind of skirting the outside. What do y'all think?
Well, if you're not looking to go through Savalier wood, I would recommend a horse personally. I mean, they do move faster on sort of the open terrain, but it's up to y'all.
Yeah,
The lizards can move us quicker through the forest.
Until we get to a place that is on the open terrain.
yeah, and not, once we get past the Savalier Wood, we've still got a long, long journey to get to the cliffs.
Would I know of any roads that leave southwestwards from here?
Southwestwards from here. Yeah, I mean, so there are some roads that lead south, so southwestward. Yeah, there are. So the problem with southwestward is that's sort of the direction of Malayasmere. And so basically, there are paths, even some old sort of highways from when Malayasmere was in its heyday that you could travel. However, there are not well-traveled, safe thoroughfares between Veluth and say Bayasteel or something or some other city in that southwesterly direction.
We just need to, how many horses do you have and how many
Yeah, we have to split it.
mounts, how many lizards are there here?
Oh, so we have 2 lizards and 4 horses.
It's just the 5 of us now, right?
Yeah, I mean, so Morgana's,
yeah.
Morgana's not with
Yeah.
you guys.
Morgana's staying behind.
Yeah, I think it's just us
How
5.
many can each of those lizards carry?
Probably 2 of you.
Hmm. Well, if not all of us can ride the lizards, it would seem a little,
You only go as fast as your slowest person.
wouldn't necessarily seem to help that
Got these
much.
4 horses and a broomstick.
Which one's better to eat if we get stranded?
That is true.
He looks confused. I can't say I've ever eaten horse meat or lizard meat, giant lizard meat. Sorry, I can't.
Do you have any pack animals, any pack mules that might we might carry some of our gear so we don't have to wear and carry everything ourselves?
Oh yeah, we have a couple of pack mules as well. For rent, 4 horses. Probably 3 to 5 pack mules. I would have to go back there and look, but I don't know how many have been rented out in the last couple of days.
Sure.
Probably wouldn't be rented.
No. I think we should just go with these horses here. We have a broomstick as well that somebody can ride.
Be long
And
term.
I imagine one of the horses could probably carry 2 people
Oh yeah, but if we want to spread it out, we have the broomstick.
if need. Sure.
Technically, the broomstick can follow me and carry 400 pounds, I think. so
Nice.
it could be the pack animal.
How much for a horse? How much to buy a horse here to find, sir?
Probably 3 gold.
Per horse.
Seems very reasonable.
Per horse, yeah.
We got 4. Got all 4 of them, then
That's 12.
Here's 20 gold, sir.
He like sort of gasps and looks at you.
Put your finest saddle and feed them and put some grain in their sacks so we have some food for the way, all right?
Absolutely. So he quickly begins to saddle up each of the horses. There's a black one, sort of a dappled black and white one, a reddish one, and then a brown, sort of almost like one of the wild horses, the Perswalki's horses.
They all look about the
Appreciate-
same size.
Yeah, I mean, so the brown one that I just, the kind of looks like whatever the wild horse, the Mongolian horse is. It's a little bit stockier. And the black horse is more of sort of like a sort of stallion sort of horse. And then the reddish one and the black and white ones are kind of like Clydesdales, but they're a little bit, smaller, not quite as stocky as Clydesdales.
Oh, the black one.
No, I don't know about that. I've paid for these horses here.
Yeah, but I called dibs on it. I didn't hear it come out of your mouth first.
We'll see who this Errol gives them to.
So Arl brings them out and just sort of stands there with them. They sees you, Angvor, and he sort of here's he brings you the reins of two of the horses. These are your two of your horses. I'm gonna go back and get the other ones. It's the reddish one and the brown one.
Appreciate you, fine sir.
And comes back and brings out the other two and leads them to you as well.
Oh, I mean, are we ready? I'll swing onto the black one.
Any other things we need to pick up before we head out of town? I don't know. Where is the next town that we're heading to after this? I know we're going
No town really.
western.
We're just taking out to the cliffs.
To the cliffs of insanity. That's where we're going.
Do we need goods, supplies?
I mean, I'm supplied up. I have some dried meat still from a long time ago.
I grabbed a little from the monastery.
Wouldn't mind stocking up on some potions just in case.
You don't get many of those around here, I believe.
No. Yeah, I'll be all right.
But
We can stop at the next major town.
Okay.
So will we have to pass through Shady Creek Run?
I will show you the map. Give me 1 second, and I will show you the map of what. This is what the map looks like, right? And so you are about right here, sort of this dip. Can you see my mouse?
Yes.
Okay, so you're about right here, right? So the problem you're gonna basically you're coming across is there's no real easy way to head, sort of southwest in the way you're looking, towards Bastille or the Vergessen Sanatorium or whatever. You're gonna have to ford the Boreal Omen Road wherever. There's the ruins of Malaismere, which are dangerous, and then there's the Savalier Wood all between. It may be possible to go up into the foothills up here and try and skirt around, because you did come down on the edge of the Ivory Lake down here on your way to Earlus. But
are there any ports nearby?
so probably the nearest port
Okay.
would be Palebank, yeah.
Hmm.
And then you would need to swing around past Caltzel again, and then you'd probably
Yeah.
end up at Bastille.
How are we getting through the mountains once we make it through the woods?
Somehow I thought we were down there, I guess on the Rhine Plains side, like on the east of the Savalier Wood, but I guess not.
No. So Baroftkra is right about here-ish, right? I mean, that's right. Golgothier is right about here-ish, right? And so you're in a little bit of a pickle in that it'd be hard to go from there's not an easy way to go from Golgothier to the Rhine Plains. The best way would have been back to Uther and then out.
Yeah, I guess this
What
wasn't
direction are we?
the best route to back out of the to get where we're trying to go, but yeah, oh well.
Through the coastline and walk between the trees and the water
Yeah.
all the way around.
Yeah. I think the thing is we want to avoid the water as much as possible. And that's why we're making this whole trip on land.
I mean, we can certainly go back up to Pale Bank and take a ship.
Yeah, it's a long ways.
At this point,
Have I ever traveled, would I have ever traveled through the Savalier Wood to get from Shady Creek up to Uthadern?
Roll a history check for me.
What is this plan?
15.
15. Yes, you would have.
So
Again,
it's not unheard of.
no.
just-
And generally,
It's just a more dangerous route.
right.
Not,
So
not ideal.
yeah, in general, the south of the Savalier Wood is safer than the area that's clustered right around Meleasmere, right? So like the area around Valuth is similar to the south, where it's like it's not ideal, to be wandering around the Savalier Wood, especially alone. It's not safe, but if you have a party, especially of your caliber, it's not particularly dangerous.
With our horses, knowing that we have to cross the Boreal Omen River, would I know what the best direction would be to aim for a spot that we could forward with our horses?
No, make a. So you roll a 15 on your history check. Yeah, I'll say that you've spent enough time, especially sort of around the Ivory Lake area, that you know that if you can sort of cut up through here and make a wide berth around Meleasmere, you're probably going to avoid the worst of the Savalier Wood. You're not going to be able to really, so treasure hunters that like to go to Meleasmere, they don't like to take that route because they aren't going to find anything up there. I mean, there are obviously all the perils of the Savalier Wood still, but to a lesser extent. And then the other thing is you are starting to get into slaver territory. So
Hmm. And as far as the river itself, knowing which direction there might be a spot that is relatively shallow that we could ford.
yeah, I mean, so there aren't specific fords, but it's fordable, right?
Just in general.
Mhm, just in
You
general,
can usually find a spot. Okay,
right?
cool.
Well, I think the best bet at this point, since we're already here, if we just cut through the Savalier Wood, kind of head east toward the mountains, just avoiding the center of the woods. That's where seems the deeper in you get, the worse things seem to get. But if we can cut through the kind of the northeast little corner there, and then we can maybe cut out on the Ryan Plains the other side, and stick on the edge of the woods instead of being right in the middle of it the rest of the way.
Let's go through the. I think I have a trick for the river. Let's go through the woods. I say.
Yeah. All right.
We don't need to worry about the river as long as I can. As long as I'm available to.
Gone through 30 cubic feet of water.
Even better.
All right.
More than a day to get there, so I can read.
Well, let's get off.
All right. So you guys mount up. Eivor, you take the black horse.
I will take the between the speckled and the brown.
Mhm.
Which one? I'll just kind of go, put my hand up to both of them and see which one seems
Okay.
See if one of them seems more skittish and one seems more approachable.
All right. Roll an animal handling check. Roll 2 animal handling checks for me.
First one is
Okay. What was the
both
first
the
one?
same roll. They're
Oh,
both sixes.
Okay, all right. So you go up to both of them. You start put your hand underneath them. Neither of them seem particularly fond of you. You sort of put your hand on when they sort of dance backwards like horses do. You go up to the black one first, or he seems to dance away from you. And you go up to the brown one. It all seems sort of it's rolling its eyes, trying to get a good look at you, trying it's sort of like skirting around in a circle. They seem equally skittish.
I'll go up to the third one.
Okay.
The Mongolian
Well,
one that you said.
Roll another animal handling check.
That's even worse. Oh my goodness gracious.
So you go up to that one and it's sort of like he sort of like begins to sort of like rear up on its hind legs and sort of pull away on the reins as you go up to it.
Well, yeah, I've never been much of a horse guy. Yeah, I'll just pick the brown one.
All right. So you are able to mount the brown one after tremendous effort. Girthing, you're taking the broom.
I'll broom it.
All right.
Mhm.
Wilfred, which
Yeah,
horse are
pull
you
out
taking?
the-
I'll cast guidance on myself and go up to the red one.
All right. So you go up to the red one, and it seems yeah, just roll an animal handling check. Sure, not why not?
16.
16. All right. So you go up to it. And it seems to just seems at first very very skittish of you sort of pulling away, but as you sort of like click your tongue and sort of coo gently, it seems to calm down some, and you are able to climb up on the red one.
It's
Really?
okay. You're much bigger than I am.
You get up there. It takes a minute to climb up on the saddle, but fortunately, they did make at least one saddle of halfling size for you guys. This is Voluth after all. And really it takes the the black and white one. You guys begin to make your way off into the Savalier Wood. Who is sort of leading the party into the Savalier Wood?
I'll take
I
the
will,
point,
since I.
or I'll be
Eric and I
right
can.
behind. Yeah,
Okay.
side by side, or I'll be right behind. Either way,
All right. So
we'll do side by side.
Wilfred, you can make a survival check, or Carrick and Wilfred, you guys can both make survival checks.
I'll make one.
All right.
Hey, now we're rolling good. A whole 9 on the die this time.
All right.
That's a 14.
Okay. All right. Wilfred, what
21.
21. All right. So as you guys begin to make your way out of Voluth, Wilfred, you guide the party sort of swiftly and smoothly through sort of the tangled growth of the Savalier Wood. And there are trails through here. There's no roads, there's no highways, but there are paths that they're somewhat like deer trails kind of, but they're also things that people that different sort of adventurers use from time to time. And so you find one of these, Wilfred, pretty quickly, and you make good time.
I've been here. I know. I've walked through these woods.
Yeah, so you make pretty good time, and so you guys are sort of clip-clopping along, and so by the end of the day, you guys sort of so as you guys sort of like clip-clop through, again, it's relatively safe. You guys don't really see anything particularly concerning, and you make your way through the Savalier Wood. These pale, sort of withered trees, these sort of broken and damaged trees, and there's cold, rotted forest floor. And so you guys see sort of packs of sort of there. Go through little clouds of mist as you guys sort of walk through the Savalier Wood, but you don't see anything particularly ominous or heinous as you guys make your way through. And by the end of the day, you can hear the sound of rushing water, sort of a and by the sound you can tell it's a pretty big river. Um,
Sounds like
How
we're
is
at the
it
full-
starting to get dark, or is we still got a little bit of daylight left?
oh, you guys probably got a couple hours of daylight left. Yeah, it's probably like
Oh.
sun will set around 7. It's probably about 5.
I think we better, maybe we could go ahead and find a good spot to cross. And then maybe, set up camp and cross in the morning.
Yeah, we're across in the morning.
Go ahead and look for a good spot now, though.
It's much
I'll,
further to the river.
These are
I'll
fast
walk.
horses.
I'll
Very
take a little bit and kind of walk down along the river for a little bit to try to find a good
Okay.
place to ford in the morning.
So you make your way through these sort of these sad, pale, sort of listless trees, and you see this large river, and it looks everything in the Savalier Wood has a sort of tainted feel to it and look to it. None of it looks like a proper forest. It looks like a sort of a sad reflection of a forest that was once beautiful and lush. The river, on the other hand, is a true river. It's a torrent and a cascade. As you sort of make your way up to it, you see this sort of raging, these steep banks sort of come down, sort of this sort of flowing sort of torrent, and make a survival check to find a ford.
There we go. 18.
18. All right. So you make your way up and down. You're looking, you're looking thoroughly, and you find a place. You find a place where basically the rapids sort of smooth out and become sort of a broad, sort of pretty wide stream, pretty wide river. And here, as you look at it, you see like there's an island in the middle, sort of a small island, and you think, yeah, I think that the horses can make this through this without too much effort. It may come up to their knees or their ankles, but it's not going to be a big deal.
I think this is probably going to be as good a spot as any to cross in the morning.
Does it look yeah. Does it look fairly flat for the river, even though it's
Yes. So this river has parts that are that are rapid, but this area that Carrick has found is pretty calm.
okay? Yeah. Let's set up camp and we can definitely cross in the morning.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll take a watch.
Right.
All right, I'll read. If we said like 2 hours left.
All right. All right. So you're taking watch, first watch, Carrick?
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
All right. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
All right. You're getting some better rolls now. 15.
15. All right. So as you're sort of sitting there, sort of wrapped in a blanket. This is again, Valuth was maybe the warmest place you had been, and now you're in the Savalier Wood. It's maybe even a little bit warmer. So as you sit there, it's crisp and it's still chilly, but it's not frigid or cold. As you stare out, you see these weird shapes and these like these weird sort of eclectic sort of odd bird calls. You hear the hooting of some owl that doesn't sound quite right. It's all foreboding, but you don't see anything obviously harmful. Who's taking second
Demon
watch?
Town.
All right, you and
I'm
Demon
in
Jam?
Demon Town.
All right, roll perception checks.
All right, the Demon Fan rolled a 3 and I rolled a 21.
Okay, all right. So as you sort of stand there,
Yeah.
having taken second watch over from Carrick, you sort of stare out and you see what looks like sort of a sort of a weird sort of humanoid shape in sort of the murk. And as you're sort of looking, you see this almost bizarre looking it's like tree-like person that sort of turns and looks at you, and you see in its eyes, it sort of turns, looks at you, and sort of like this tree-like person. It's not a tree, obviously, but it's a person that sort of has leaves for hair, and sort of is wearing sort of a soft sort of dress of sort of sylvan garb. He sort of looks at you, and in her eyes sort of flash a bright green, and she sort of smiles oddly, and then disappears.
Angvor gets all the exotic ladies.
There's girl, tree girl.
And I mean, fire girl and hair girl.
Long ago.
The four girls live together in harmony.
Then the fire girl attacked.
Then they had a fight one night when Tiffany wouldn't change the channel, and they all
Dang
wanted
it,
to watch
Tiffany.
something else, but she just wanted to watch true crime. And they never spoke to each other after that.
Tiffany spread a rumor that that Candy had herpes.
That escalated quickly.
Anyway, all right, who's taking third watch?
Not
I
Tiffany, that's
can.
for sure.
All right, your thing. Roll a perception check.
All right. Perception. Oh. That's a 17.
17. All right, so you're staring out into the darkness, sort of like on edge, sort of looking out into the dark, and you see that you see this little like it's like a dragonfly. It's you hear the of its, and then you see this small, you thought, is it a bird? Is it an insect? It's just like a large, like a hummingbird or something. You see it comes up, and it's a person with sort of like dragonfly like wings, and it begins to try and like fly up and buzz you, and sort of like fly around you, sort of like and then it sort of like buzzes you and sort of flies around.
I'll go, hey, stop that.
Sort of continues to fly around, sort of circles your head.
I'll swat at it. Why not?
All right. Make an attack roll.
Gosh. Man. That's a natural one.
All right, so you see,
Good.
you
Or not.
you swing and smack yourself in the face. You're trying to hit this creature. It sort of flies off and away.
Alright. What do you want?
Sort of spins around, it comes back, sort of flying around.
Well, one get. Just keep flying around and around and around.
A little bit, yeah.
It's not like trying to like take me somewhere, like lead me somewhere. It's just kind of circling.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Another natural one. 4, I believe it's actually a 0.
Oh,
It is
boy.
a 0.
All right. All right. So you look at it and you have no idea what this creature wants. It's very confusing. You sort of stand there and you look at it. You're unsure.
Will's good with people. I'll go show him Will awake.
All right. So you sort of shake Will awake.
Is it my time for the watch already?
I mean, there's this guy flying around. Little. He's tiny, right? Itty bitty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like
Giant
he's like this tall. He's quite small. Make
Do I recognize what it is?
make a Arcana check or a Nature check, your choice.
They're both the same, so an 11.
11. Okay. It is a pixie. That's all you know.
What does it want?
I mean, I tried to shove him off and get him to go away. And he just, he smacked me in the face. That's why I'm a little red. And you know people's intentions pretty well.
I'll try to figure out what it wants. Is everything all right?
I'm making an insight check.
Ooh.
Gosh.
That's a little bit better than Hunter's, but it's a I rolled a 3, so that's a total of an 11. No, 12.
12. Okay. It appears to be mostly curious about you. Can I have a wisdom saving throw from you, Wilfred?
For getting a insight check.
No, for something else.
20.
20. Okay.
30.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'll take out a piece of like food I have and like try to toss it in its direction.
You sort of toss in the direction of this flying sort of person, and as sort of dawn begins to come, you can see that he's sort of wearing a bright green sort of basically sort of not like a toga, but like a tunic, sort of just like a man's dress, and sort of wearing it and looking at you. You sort of throw food towards him. He looks perplexed.
That's a wild animal.
I don't know. Sometimes you give things food and they go away.
Or
they keep coming back. But we're not going to be here tomorrow night. So if he comes back tomorrow night, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's grabbed anything from us yet. He doesn't look big enough to carry much.
I'll check.
Flits away, sort of flies away.
I'll check to see if there's any others nearby.
Okay, make a perception check.
That's 8 plus 5, so 13.
13. So as you look around, you don't see any.
Right?
Well, I'm sure nothing bad will come of that.
I'll stay up for the rest of the night.
I mean, dawn's literally coming up.
Yeah, we're all getting up
Yeah.
here.
It's sunrising.
Well, he was a third watch.
Well, you only take 3 watches typically.
Yeah.
4 watches.
Well, if you're reading, then you don't.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to take a watch. If we're taking a long. We don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All
that
this
was
commotion, I'm waking up anyways.
And so you sort of wake up. Yeah, you hear like a smack. And Wilfred and Gerthing talking, and then sort of a buzzing, a humming of wings.
I'm gonna get up, guys, I guess.
Yeah, just
Am I
check
going?
your stuff. There's a little guy flying around.
Oh, what? Weird. I saw some strange woman standing. Was she in the water or in the woods?
In the woods. Now, actually, sort of, basically in the opposite direction of the water, almost exactly. So
I saw some strange woman in the woods, and I watched. I don't know who she was.
I don't know what the fantasies are telling you.
It might have been a dream. I don't know. But she didn't do anything. Whatever. So we can get a move on.
I mean, he just was being annoying, but
Oh yeah.
it's about like a mosquito, a big old mosquito.
I would have smacked it. Well, you guys ready to ford this river here? Is everybody got our horses
Give me a
here?
minute. I'll take a minute to learn the spell.
uh-huh.
And then, yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
All right. So as you guys head down to the ford that you guys found sort of last evening, that Carrick found last evening, what are you guys doing?
Carefully cross the river, I guess. Whatever Wilfred's doing.
And we're trying to do something. He's got the spell called river fording.
Basically.
Walk on
It's in the new
water.
rule- It's in the new core book. Just released.
All right.
All right. You guys make your way down to sort of the bank of the river. Your horses sort of dance anxiously on the edge as you guys are sort of arriving on the edge of the water.
And gonna take me a little bit to cast a spell. But once I do, we can get across safely.
Yeah.
Well, it's not super deep here, is it?
Well, we don't even have to worry about that.
I mean, I don't.
Better not take any risks. Yeah. But whatever you need to do, yeah, take your time.
So I will sit down, pull out a little piece of cork from a wine bottle that they kept,
Mhm.
and ritually cast Water Walk.
Okay. How many people can you cast it on?
10 people, 10
All
wrong
right.
creatures.
Oh, the
All
horse
right.
is willing.
Can you talk to them?
They're not unwilling. They're creatures.
All right. So you cast Water Walk, and then you sort of lead the horses down. They sort of seem originally hesitant. Who's leading the party?
You cast the
I
spell,
will.
Wilfred. You might
I
go
will.
ahead first.
All right. So
Yeah,
Wilfred
they're
sort of gently leads and coaxes his horse down.
Uh,
Slowly moves forward, and horse puts out its foot.
uh,
It steps on the water as if it's dry land. It sort of like looks it sort of like snorts in surprise, and then begins to sort of walk farther and farther down as you sort of ford this river, this broad wide river.
come on.
Seeing as it worked, we'll lead my horse down and
All right.
So you can
follow
lead
suit.
a horse to water, and then I guess the spell prevents them from drinking, right? They go and put their nose in the water, and they just hit solid ground.
everybody just
All
gets
right.
across.
Yep. So you guys sort of walk across using the water walk, and
Yeah.
sort of arrive on the other bank of the river. Who
Well,
is?
that was simple.
Yeah.
All right.
I've-
Which way do you know from here there, Wilfred? I know you and Carrick are guides.
The sun's east,
That's
so
good.
that way. So we need to be going this way, west-ish.
That
Well,
so
Or are we going
South.
through the mountains?
so you are on
Good.
here. I will share my screen again.
Let's do
So
this. This is a good time though. Are we going across the Rhine Plains, or do we need to go through
yeah, so where you are right now,
the long crossing?
is
There's a little place that goes through.
yeah. So where you guys are right about here. If you can see my on right.
Are we
about
going out that way?
Yeah.
here. Yeah, so you guys sort of went down this way.
Oh.
You guys were able to make good time. Now you're sort of here. So
Yeah, that's
Carrick, you especially would know that once you kind of reach the Rhine Plains, that there are roads that would pass to Shady Creek Run, where you wouldn't need to pass through the Savalier Wood anymore.
Yeah, I still think we should go, cut through to the Rhine Plains so that we don't have to stay in the woods any longer than we have to.
Let's head east towards the sun.
Yeah, I mean, there seems to be, I mean, we can go either way. I mean, I don't, yeah.
Unless we saw strange things last night. The sun's still rising in the east. Get out there and set your top. Make sure we're still.
All right. So whoever's
We seem to be pretty close to the Rhine Plains. Sounds like we're on close to the edge of the Savalier Woods themselves already. So
The pixie and the red tunic.
if we can get there, we might be able to hit a road. It sounds like so.
all right. So as you guys, so whoever's leading the party, can I have a survival check?
Yeah.
Survive us.
I'll try to survive us.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a total of a 10.
Oh boy. All right, so you guys
Do
begin
I get
to,
advantage from Carrick or is well, he's not listening, but
yeah, I'll say let's just take the 10.
okay.
So you guys begin to sort of make your way out into the Savalier Wood, and here your memory sort of fails you, and you begin to sort of drift southward, and you aren't going as much east as you had hoped, and sort of wander through, and now you're losing the trail of sort of the path you're following, and you end up sort of lost in the middle of this dense wood, and you sort of look up and you don't know where you are. You continue walking for the better part of a day, and you still haven't made it out of the Savalier Wood.
I think we should have made it out of here by now, don't you think?
Know exactly where we are. We're in the Savalier Wood.
Let's see that. It sounded like we were close to the Rhine Plains.
Yeah, with how quick we made it to the river.
Oh wait, we're not going west.
Uh,
I thought we were trying to head down to like the Dunrock Mountains.
Maybe if the mountains are that across the Rhine Plains. I think.
does anybody know where we are within the Savalier Woods right now?
I-
East of
Mike-
the-
My guess is if we go east, then we reach where we need to go.
Yes.
I'll send Demon Chad flying up into the air about as far as he can to kind of get an eye as to where we are.
Okay, yeah, so you can send him flying up, and so he sort of darts up and flies above sort of the tops of the trees, and he sort of looks around. Can I have Demon Chad make a perception check for me, please?
14.
14. He sort of looks around and sees a lot of trees. He sort of sees like the break in the woods, which is where the Boreal Omen River is, sort of back and sort of, basically to the north of you. He sees sort of the break to the west, that is, sort of the tributary that passes near Malaismere. But you can probably guess that you shouldn't head in those directions, but it's a little bit, you don't see any real sign of the Rhine Plains. Demon Chad doesn't.
Do I see the mountains in the distance?
Oh yeah, you do see the mountains in the far distance.
Yeah. Well, guys, I mean, it looks like that way is back north. Looks like this way is the tributary of this the river going more west, kind of in the surrounding the ruins of Malaismere there. And so I'm thinking that if we head this way, I know it doesn't seem like there's a path, but we've kind of gotten off the path at this point. So I mean, maybe if we head back this way, which is you can't really see, but I know that way is west.
Keep flying up above it. Make sure we get a good lock on the sun.
Yeah, I'll keep him up above there and
Okay.
help guide us. But
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
if we get a wrong path.
keep heading away from the tributary, away from there towards the east as best we can.
okay. Yeah. So Wilfred, if you want to make a survival check with advantage, or I guess if you want to make a survival check with basically Angler with using Mini Chad to make, or sorry, not Mini Chad, Demon Chad to make a survival check, you can either do them separately, or Wilfred, you can do one with advantage.
Let's see what I get.
Wisdom. Yeah.
That's a 17
Mhm.
and an 8. So 17.
Right. So you guys, so after a long day of sort of wandering around the Savalier Wood, lost, there's creepy sounds. You guys see at one point you see sort of a tabaxi sort of just flight through. He sort of dashes up one of the trees, just climbs up, skitters up. You eventually make your way to sort of the edge of the Rhine Plains, and sort of after dark, really, if we're honest. You guys are sort of getting to the edge of the Savalier Wood, and the sun's beginning to set, and there's really this rush to get out of the Savalier Wood. You don't want to spend another night there. You guys are pushing and pushing, And eventually you are able to make it to the Rhine Plains, but by then the sun is long set and you guys have to set up camp in the dark.
At least we made it out of there.
can get, I guess, camp set up and
Get some
another night under a belt.
Yeah, we'll find a road here in the morning.
yeah.
I'll watch first here tonight.
All right. I have a,
Watch out for the pixies.
Me and Demon Chad.
all right, make a perception check. Make perception checks.
They're both 17.
Okay. All right. So as you sort of are looking in into the Savalier Wood, you see sort of a bright sort of yellow light as you sort of watch the edge of the Savalier Wood now that you're in the Rhine Plains. And you see this sort of this large elven figure with sort of large, sort of bushy eyebrows, and sort of wearing like sort of a golden sort of garb of sort of a cloak and you know sort of trousers and shirt, sort of step out of this sort of golden light and sort of moves into the Savalier Wood away from you guys.
Sounds like he disappeared into the woods, you said?
Yeah, it's straight into the woods. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep an eye out for it, but see that, I mean, obviously their Savalier Wood is home to a lot of strange people. I'm not going to give it too much thought unless there's somebody coming at us. So
Right. Yeah. No one comes after you.
For the pixie.
Mhm.
Back to the blood.
The big bad evil guy. You found him.
I
Good thing.
saw Demon Chad and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Yep.
All right.
And I'll go to bed and wake up whoever's second watch there.
All right, who's taking second watch?
I guess I will.
All right, make a perception check, Wilfred.
That's a total of a 23.
Nice. So you sort of are sitting there, staring out at both the Savalier Way and the Rhine Plains. You hear this, the dum 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 dum. And you hear this sort of this drum beat, this drum beat. You hear it throughout the night. You can hear sort of the chants of orcish voices, sort of chanting in unison. And sort of that keeps you up throughout your night, your watch as you sort of stare out into the Rhine Plains.
All right. So nothing eventful happened. I guess I'll wake up the next person.
All right, who's that? Girthing?
Sure. I can take
All right, make a perception check.
That's an 8.
An 8. All right, so you sort of wait, sort of in the cold of the dark, and you don't see a whole lot. You're thinking about that pixie. You're sort of watching for the pixie, waiting for him, but he never comes.
Mhm.
All right.
Sneak up one guy.
All right, so these guys begin to make your way southward towards Shady Creek Run. And now you guys quickly find in the next day a road that sort of leads down through the Rhine Plains away from both, you see signposts, of Barafkra off to the east, and as well as the Jezeraz sort of tribal lands to sort of the north and the south of the road. You guys sort of make good time, clip clop through the woods, through the plains. You sort of move along. After another sort of day or so, you guys end up arriving sort of back on sort of the edge of it ended up sort of on the end of the Rhine Plains. And you find sort of a small sort of trading village of people sort of there. As well as, can I have everyone make a perception check, please?
I'm seeing things.
Great thing, what'd you roll?
18.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
19.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are making your way down through the Rhine Plains, you guys all catch sight of this odd tattooed gnomish figure sort of sitting in sort of the dirt off on the right, or sorry, on the left as you guys are making your way south.
I recognize him as the one from Pelbank.
You do, yes.
I put Rose Petal behind another horse so that he's behind me, or there's a horse between me and him.
Okay, all right. He sort of sits there and sort of stares at your caravan as you go past. Doesn't appear to make any sort of necessary sort of indication that he recognizes you. You guys continue to make your way south. Then sort of on the end of the third day, you guys arrive in Shade Creek Run. And so Shade Creek Run is sort of a, Shade Creek Run is a, they sort of eclectic, rundown kind of slum of a city. There's a lot of different groups, a lot of different mercenaries, a lot of different factions, but as you guys sort of enter and you see a lot of people on the sides of the road. This is not Uthadern, this is not Valuth, it's not Palebank, it's not even Golgathir. You see individuals sort of sitting. You see a large sort of contingent of what Carrick you would know are the Grey Trader Union, sort of out front of the city. You guys sort of approach, and you guys see a sort of different. You guys see all sort what looks like they could be suit addicts, sort of slumped down alcoholics, other derelicts around. You see what it looks.
Before we enter the town, as we're kind of approaching, I'll just tell everyone. I don't know if any of you have been to Shady Creek before, but it's not a great place. Don't trust anyone. Got to stick close together and keep an eye on your things, or they'll probably be missing.
Yeah.
Keep yourself close.
Keep your valuables closer.
All right, and you guys sort of approach. You see sort of these guards sort of leer at you as you sort of go by. You sort of enter into the tumbled sort of favela of a city that is Shade Creek Run. So
where in the town would my home, my childhood home be?
Okay, so in general, the north of the city is the area where the tribes, right, like the Utlas, the Jagantos, the Mardunes, they tend to live sort of to the north of the city, sort of almost in the Savalier Wood. But your family would probably live to the south, sort of near the basically the entrance, the gate to the Dwendalian Empire. But so you're sort of on the other side of town from where your father would be.
Yeah, it's kind of what I imagined. As we go through, I'm just keeping my head straight forward, but looking around everywhere with my eyes, just without really making eye contact with anyone without really moving my head, but just looking everywhere I can, just watching.
So you guys enter.
Very on guard.
So as you guys enter, you're sort of this sort of
That's
you
what we would do.
almost unnaturally thin individual with sort of a beak-like nose comes up and says, "Hi, how can I help you? I would like. Would you like some some sticks, some suits? What you fellas in here for? I can help you.
No, thank you.
I mean, no, I don't mean any.
I'm not
You
slowing
don't want to sell
down.
me suit
Not
sticks.
stopping, not looking at him, not slowing down, not stopping, just
No, thank you.
So he continues to try. I can help. I can give you. What are you guys looking at? Would you like? You guys here on business of the tribes?
Is this person just
No,
a roadside
yours.
salesman? You said
What?
a roadside salesman. You said
Yeah, basically. Yeah, doesn't.
just kind of following us, kind of tagging along.
Yeah.
So he's preoccupied. Does there seem to be a pouch of money on the side of him anywhere?
Make a perception check.
That's a 6.
You don't see a pouch of money.
Oh, too bad. I'm just looking,
All right.
keep walking with the group.
Sure. Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop into the city. You see sort of a gang of what looks like they sort of these burly fellows that was sort of they're there sort of sitting around, they're sort of crouched over, sort of rolling some dice and sort of in sort of a in sort of some sort of on the ground, some sort of game as you pass by.
You think they're playing Pathfinder?
It's a much better system than 3.5.
Like an addition. I got the core book.
Do you?
Yeah.
um,
Yep. Are we just passing through here, guys? I mean, do we need to stop? I mean, like you said, Carrick, just kind of speaking ahead of him. I mean, are we just passing through? What do we need to do in Shady Creek? I mean, I know it's just a stop.
what time of day is it? It's getting close to dusk.
yeah, it's sort of late afternoon.
I know a place on the other side of town. Let's stop there before we head out in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, that works.
Yeah, 'cause what are we getting out of here? We're just trying to spend the night, move on, or where the business we had?
The less we can take out of Shady Creek Run, the better. As long as we leave with what we came in with. I call
Well,
that
let's
a
see if we bring in better.
success.
And so you guys continue to make your way through the streets. I have yeah, so you guys are making your way through the streets. You sort of begin to hear this weird sound, this creak and what'd you say?
Our horse has arthritis.
So this
No,
metal
not the black horse.
you hear a metallic clang.
Oh, dang. Look around.
Like a blacksmith clang or a
No,
Just a
no,
clang,
it's not.
clang.
Just a clang, clang.
Like a sword clang.
Can we?
Do I have any inkling of what it might be
No.
from my own familiarity?
But
Where does it seem to be coming from?
So make a perception check for me.
2.
From all over. It seems like it's coming from basically every direction. Here, first it seems like it's coming from behind, then it seems like it's coming from the front. It's hard to pick out where it's coming from. Here, it's another sound.
I'm like the bows or something, or
does it sound like fighting?
No, it doesn't sound like fighting. Just sounds like sort of metallic creaking, the moving of sort of joints. It sounds like
Can I tell if it's moving towards us or like in a stationary position?
make a perception check.
That is 14.
14. All right. The sounds do seem to be coming closer to you.
They're moving towards us.
And all of a sudden, as you guys sort of come to this sort of this crossroads, you see this large sort of black and sort of silver like automaton creature sort of appear in front of you. It's sort of it looks almost like a spider. It's got sort of 6 eyes on its metallic face. It's covered in this sort of this silverly metal. It has 8 legs and sort of black chinks in between the black armor around the legs. It sort of like appears in front of you and sort of like leers at you and sort of like rears up with these metallic sort of talons at you guys. As you turn around, you see a second one coming down the back alley behind you guys.
There are spiders.
Metallic spiders.
Yeah, I will. Well, so let's take a look at the
This is
what
actually my new character.
yeah.
This is where Wilford's leaving you.
Well, let's see if we can
Howdy, folks.
My name's Shelob. Or Ungoliant.
let's see if we can get a better view just of what the scene looks like.
Wow, sounds great.
1 second.
This map is brought to you by Dwarven Forge.
And by
Proud Gorgon.
All right.
do it. My screen block. Oh.
Can you see Carrick?
I cannot see.
All right, 1 second. Now can you see?
I can see Carrick, actually. I can see Carrick.
All right, just Carrick
Aha.
or everyone.
Now there is an alleyway. And people and spiders.
All right. Who is Strange Rust
Someone
Monster?
disappeared.
Harrisonburg.
All right.
The entire city of Harrisonburg is a strange rust monster.
Well,
Do you have the empty devil 9 as one?
I do, yes.
Like that's me.
All right. All right. So let me do one thing because I need to share because you aren't working. You can't share your screen, right? Harrisburg.
I think
We
we
can share
are.
our
I
screen,
think we
just
are.
can't- We don't have video.
Oh, you
I think we are
sharing.
screen sharing.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I was going to share my screen, but if you see it, awesome. Okay. So, as you guys sort of enter down this passageway, there's sort of these sort of huts on either side. You see these large sort of metallic spider-like creatures. And I will zoom you in more so that way you guys can see better. Same with Wilfred. There you go. All right, you see these large sort of like metallic spider-like creatures that sort of leer at you on either end. What are you guys doing?
You're friendly.
They're coming down with friendly intent.
Are you with the pixies?
So they sort of like storm towards you and begin to sort of they sort of kick aside some bum on the street, sort of like he spills over head over heels. They're sort of moving in sort of directly towards you guys. Sort of as you guys.
Why are you coming towards us? There's like tons of other people around here.
I take that as a
If
yes.
they're moving toward us, then I am definitely not staying in the middle. I've got my maul and I'm rushing to. I'll just pick the left, rushing out in front of everyone to stand between it and everyone else.
You should be able to move yourself now. So, all right.
There we go.
So as you guys sort of rush towards you guys, can I get everyone to sort of just show me what sort of put yourself where you guys think you would be?
Right in the middle. Right there.
I would be kind of, I guess, back there because of with Rose Petal.
Really.
What did you say? He's called a rose petal.
Yeah, that's my horse. Rose Petal.
My horse is called the horse with no name. I don't have a horse actually, so.
This is called broom.
Yeah.
So you kind of think a rose petal as opposed to rosebud. Do you get the
No, it's just always Rose Petal.
you get the Citizen Kane reference?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as these things sort of approach you, they are clearly sort of making a beeline towards you. They're sort of like intent. You sort of see like these sort of these 6 red eyes on sort of the front of them sort of flash angrily. Can I have everyone roll initiative, please?
Initiative, I get advantage, I think.
Word.
Oh wow, that's a good roll. What is it? A natural? You gotta play it. Oh, tell me.
You'll never know.
Ah.
It was a 7, wasn't
No, it was 11.
it? 16.
All right. 1 second. All right. So, good. So 25-20? 20 to 15.
18.
All right.
16.
What is your dex modifier, Wilfred?
+1.
Okay. 15 to 10.
14.
All right. And Carrick, what'd you roll?
3.
Nice.
I rushing forward in the dark of the alley and tripped on a pothole and stumbled and take a second to right myself.
All right. So up first is these sort of metallic sort of creatures. So as these sort of things come through, you hear people sort of whispering, "Oh, it's the retrievers. I don't know what they did, but you begin to hear them sort of mumbling and talking in sort of the
So these aren't something I've ever seen before, right?
no, actually, no, they aren't. These do appear to
Done nothing wrong.
They do appear to be
When I hear the retrievers, that doesn't
make a history check.
mean anything to me. History
Yes.
check.
Mhm.
Would it be with advantage since I'm from Shady Creek Run, or no, because it's not necessarily something that I would know about?
Not necessarily something you would know about. That's
Okay.
the problem. It's not
Okay, 9.
9. No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
All right. So up first we have Angvor. Angvor, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm going to. They're both coming at us pretty hard. I'm going to Eldritch Blast each one.
All right, go ahead.
I guess we're attacking.
Say 26.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah.
Yep. Which one are you shooting at?
The left and the right, they both are going to hit. Then it's a 29 on the second one. So
Yep.
I'm trying to shoot both of them so they both get pushed back a little bit because they're coming at us fast.
Sure.
Left one is 12 points of damage. Right one is 10 points of damage.
All right.
Push back 10 feet each, and they're slowed, or movement speed is slowed 10 feet for the round.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The.
You sort of, sort of press out these rays of bluish green eldritch energy. I'm just making sure you guys can move them back, right?
Yep, I did
Yeah.
it. I just
Alright.
did that.
All right,
Yep,
good.
I got it.
Good. So you sort of spray out these eldritch blasts, bluish green eldritch blasts that sort of emanate from your palms. They strike each one of them strikes these creatures. They sort of slide, skittering across the cobblestone streets away from both of you. Away from.
That's my turn.
All right, that ends your turn. Up next is Aurelia. Aurelia, following your lead, will. What will she do? She will go.
Need the kill.
She'll go forward.
Hope you roll better.
Yeah, someone else.
5, 10, 15, 20, and she will aim a chromatic orb at this one.
These are the gathers.
Right, retrievers.
Retrievers.
And that is a 20 to hit, and that hits. And so she will do.
Another living thing.
It's probably like has like full immunity to that.
Mhm.
Chromatic orb.
Are the retrievers made out of gold?
No, they are not.
They're not golden retrievers.
They are not.
Oh, darn.
Says, I believe, 19 plus 18. That is 37 points of damage to that one. As she sprays cold damage at them. Let's see. Yeah, they're okay. Yeah. All right. So 37 points of cold damage to the front one as she sort of balls this ball of frost in her hands, sort of like sort of cools, sort of this sort of cools or freezes, and then these jagged icicles sort of stick out. She sends it flying towards this creature, sort of strikes it, and sort of slams into its head. And that one looks a little hurt. Now it is Wilfred's turn.
I'll cast bless on everyone.
He's got better decks
Right.
than all of them.
Hashtag blessed. All right, we got
I think I was tied with the rest of you.
Boo.
Maybe I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Everyone's blessed.
all right. That's a D4 on everything, right?
Yep. On the attacks and saves.
All right. And it's your turn, Wilfred.
Yes.
All right.
It's okay, Rose Petal. Nothing's gonna get you.
All right. All right. That is Wilfred's turn. Now, Girthing, you are up.
I know we're going pretty full into them. I'll step up this way 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet and hold my action to attack if they come up threatening.
All right.
I see.
So you're holding your action. You use your movement. Are you raging?
No, because I think rules is written. Your rage ends if you are knocked unconscious, if you make no attack against the enemy, or if you've not taken damage since your last turn. I think rules is written, it would just end if I rage this turn. I think we're
Okay.
just
You're
playing
not
it wrong.
attacking.
So I'm not attacking and I haven't taken damage since my last turn,
Okay.
which is
All
a
right.
weird rule, but I think I've been doing it wrong.
All right.
Yeah.
So this one will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's still too far away. So it will.
Is that with the negative 10 feet?
So this, yeah, it's with negative 10 feet. So it will aim in. So the out of the top of its head that you sort of see emanating from its eyes, this pale green blast of sort of sickly green energy, and sort of strikes you. Girthing, can I have a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, great. Those are not bad for me. Con saving throw.
Yep,
With a
get a
D4.
D4. Yep, get a D4.
18.
18. You save. Nothing happens. All right.
That's great.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that's all I can get. So that ends that one's turn, and this one will go 5,
But
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 there. And then
few
Mhm.
years, you trying to steal it. I guess he's still in decoration.
so all of a sudden this sort of this bright reddish energy sort of arcs out towards you, Carrick. Can I have you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Oh man, I don't get a Constitution saving throw.
No, it's a red burst of energy. I'm sorry.
You do get a
What a
D4.
load of junk.
Blessed.
Oh, okay, it's still good. That is 28.
28. So you save. So you only do you only get 12 points of force damage. Yeah, that's 12 points of force damage. It's sort of this reddish energy sort of arcs forward, sort of just strikes you and sort of burns into you. Yeah, it's only one creature. Yep. Okay. And sort of slams into you, and this bright burst of reddish energy. That ends their turn. Now it's your turn, Carrick.
All right, well now I'm mad. I mean, I was ready to just kind of brace myself, but now I'm mad. So I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that close enough?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
All right.
With the Hexford, yeah.
Then yeah, I'm gonna go up and whack this joker.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. 14.
Misses.
Cool. That was pretty bad. Try again. Okay, that's better. That's 24.
That hits. Yep.
Cool. So I will do a thing. All right, and I have my favored foe. I'm going to mark it as my favored foe,
Okay.
which I do when I hit a creature with an attack roll.
All right.
Cool. So increase damage on the first attack to that creature per turn by 1d4.
Okay.
So I've got a d6, I've got another d6, I've got a d4, I've got a d4, and I've got another d4. I think that's it. I think so, yeah. Cool. Not great. All right, so that's gonna be 12, 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 4 points of fire damage.
Okay. Okay. That was the first hit, right?
Correct.
And then you missed, and okay. All right, are you bonus action surge, anything like that?
Oh, that's right. Favored foe doesn't even cost a bonus action. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I'll save my action surge for now.
Okay.
What else can I do? Yeah, I'll say that's it for now.
Okay. Sounds good. Right now we're back to the top of the round. Angvor, is now your turn.
All right, I see that the one near Carrick has been hit a couple times. I'm going to hex it.
Okay.
And do that, and I'm going to aim both my Eldritch Blasts at that one this time.
Okay.
Oh, well, the first one's not going to hit. That's a 1.
Oh,
Second one is a 19.
all right. That just hits.
Oh, good.
And you,
So in the first blast,
Oh.
sort of send the Eldritch Blast towards, and you sort of strike one of the bums on the street, and start like he gets blown away. But oop. The
Yeah,
second one,
I'll pick up his pocket change once we're done here.
All right.
Well, I did abysmal damage on the second one, even with the hex. I did 9 damage total.
Okay.
That's in my turn. That's all I can do.
All right, so you send the second one, it sort of arcs over and sort of strikes the creature in the face, does a little bit of damage. It sort of like leers back at you guys. It's now Aurelia's turn. Aurelia is going to what's she going to do? She's going to cast probably Magic Missile. Yeah, she's probably gonna cast Magic Missile at second level. So that would be 4d4 at the one near Girthing. So that is 13. Wow. Wow. Is it's 5, 13 plus 5, it's 18. 18 points of damage. She did 18 points of damage on a second level magic missile. That was really, really good. And then so these are sort of arcing sorry. So these arcing sort of tracer missiles of magic missiles sort of course for and sort of flash around and sort of pummel the one that's across from Girthing. It sort of rears back up and it looks a little hurt. And it's her turn. Wilfred, it's now your turn.
okay. I'm gonna look around to see if there's any other people that are, because we heard voices about retrievers.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
Make a perception check.
Ooh. Oh wait, I'm a Blut. That's I need guidance for that. That's a 9.
9. So you look around. It's a chaotic scrum now. These things are coming through. Ingvar shot somebody. Ingvar hit somebody. So he's sort of slowly getting back up. People are screaming and running around. You can't really see anything really in
Okay.
particular.
And then I will dodge. That's it.
All right, you'll take the dodge action. Sounds good. Girthing, it's now your turn.
I will continue running up. Well, I guess first I'll bonus action rage. That's
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, or do I need to be back here?
Either one is fine.
You have 10 foot if you're doing.
I know, but that
But you get your
well,
bonus-
I've
you get your
bonus
anyways.
action raged.
Yeah.
And then I will take 2 swings at it.
With what?
Let's make it reckless and my glaive, I guess.
Okay, sounds good.
It's a D4.
Mhm.
That'll hit because that is 30.
That hits.
And then so that's a D8. Let me grab my D10s. Oh gosh. That's 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So as you sort of slam down, you get this nice hit on the front of this creature. It sort of looks back up at you, looks completely undamaged from your blow.
Why not? Let's hit him again.
All right.
I did not roll revolving dice. Ooh, oh my gosh. So the nat 1 and a nat 20.
All
'Cause
right.
I'm reckless, so I do have something new now. I have blah blah blah.
Critical.
Brutal critical, right?
Mhm.
Add another dice, which if I understand the situation, probably won't help me.
And you double all your dice.
7 plus 4, 22. 2, right?
Plus.
Plus 8. 30.
30. So you get one that you just sort of stick it in the eye of this creature, sort of stab down in it, you pull it out. The creature looks completely unfazed. And now it's the creature's turn. The first thing it's going to do is,
Pretty hard.
can I have a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, yeah.
D4.
Is it something I can see?
Yes, it is. It is a red beam of
All right.
energy that sort of emanates from the eyes.
I get advantage.
And a D4.
I mean, that's true.
19 plus 2. 21.
All right, so you save. So that's only 12 points of force damage to you.
12, so I take 6. Got it.
Then it will make 2 4-leg attacks at you.
Yeah, at advantage.
At advantage. All right. So the first one is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So that is 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And the second attack is a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. And that is 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. So that ends that one's turn. Now it is the other one's turn. The other one will go get engaged with you, Carrick. And it will first, it can have a constitution saving throw as this pale green energy sort of emanates from it.
It's a D4.
D4.
What'd you roll?
You're muted.
Sorry. 29.
All right. Yeah, you're fine. Shake it off. This greenish energy erupts around you. Don't feel a thing. Now it's going to hit you with 2 4-leg attacks.
It's gonna try.
The first one is a 16 to hit.
It's gonna miss.
All right. Second one is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And that is that's only 9 points of slashing damage to you. That ends its turn.
Was that a fly? No, it was a spider.
All right. Now it's your turn, Carrick.
I'm gonna hit this joker.
All right. Go for it.
Come on, big money. That's not gonna hit. It's a 17.
That misses.
Boop. That's even worse.
All right. So you bring your maul down. You start slamming on this creature. Doesn't do any damage. Sure, slam again. You just can't quite find a chink in its armor, and its armor is sort of holding firm as you sort of wail on it with these blows. After it sort of hits you once, and then sort of like scraped across the crin armor, sort of scratching a little bit the first time. Can't quite.
Oh, I need to make a concentration check
You
too
do,
for my.
yes. You need to make a constitution save there.
The D4.
And it just has to beat a 10, right?
Mhm. Or damage,
Yeah,
but the
that'd be
damage was
10.
9. With 9 damage, so yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, that's 24, so I think I'm good.
All right, yeah, you're good. All right. Anything else you want to do, Carrick?
I hate being useless in a fight. I'm gonna go ahead and action surge.
All right, go for it.
Come on.
Okay, that's better. That's 26 to hit.
That hits.
There's melee weapon.
How about it?
Isn't it sword? No, he's in base 3.
Fire one.
No, it's magical.
All right, that's a little okay. That's gonna be 14 to 14 plus 4, 18 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. 1 second. All right. So you sort of bring it around, and this time you sort of smack it in the face, sort of like, bring it around. Now it's looking you can start to see sort of the wiring of it, and sort of see some frayed sort of chinks in its armor, and you sort of watch sort of like it's sort of parts of it burn up with the fire you just used. Second attack on the action surge.
Left hand this time. Maybe that'll be a better roll. 19. Just
19
hits, I
hits.
think.
Yep, 19 hits.
Both hands. Maybe that'll be a better roll. It wasn't. Okay, there's still a 1 in there, but that's okay. Yeah, not great. It's 8, 11, 15 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and another 3 points of fire damage.
All right. So you sort of bring it around, you hit it again this time, and it's sort of like, now it's starting to look kind of hurt, as you sort of it's wailing on it. You sort of done 4 quick attacks in succession. 2 of them didn't seem to do much damage, but the last 2, you seem to have more honed, sort of attacks on it, and you sort of do a fair amount of damage. Aimvorth, now your turn.
Um,
Oh, I'm sorry. Unless you
Hold
want
on.
to do something
I
else.
think I. Oh, hold back. Going to. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and remembering the incantation that came from my subconscious while I was cursed.
Mhm.
I will mutter those words and poof Misty Step back up here.
All right. And
Kind of
misstep does not
gain
allow
a
it.
little ground.
Misstep does not allow an attack
Correct.
opportunity. Correct. Right.
Correct.
All right. Now it's back to top of the round. Aimvor, it's your turn.
Try and hit this one again that's already hurt.
All right, go for it.
No, that's not going to hit. That one will hit 24 and 17.
24 and a 17. So the 24 hits.
That's a little better on the damage.
Wait, do you
No, True Bless for the 17. Sorry. No,
Is-
that's
so-
a 1. So,
Oh man, 18 does not hit, but
so 9, 15, 17 points of damage.
all right.
Oh, actually, real quick, I forgot that I had movement too because I hadn't moved at all. I was trying to get
Mhm,
back closer
sure.
to everyone else, so I will use my movement also to.
intimidation factor?
Just get right here
All
and
right.
even with Aurelia.
All right, sounds good. So Angvor sort of lets out 2 more Eldritch blasts as this hex, sort of this dark green hex, sort of made an axe across the creature. Sort of one sort of you smack, impacts right in front of the creature, sort of between its clawed legs, and then the one does strike it and does a fair amount of damage. This one now looks pretty hurt. It's now Aurelia's turn. Aurelia, now realizing that she's blessed, will use Chromatic Orb at 2nd level. At the one that Girthing's, no, at the one when everyone's been attacking. That will hit.
You're on your own, Girthing.
So is it D4 wait, with bless? Right, it's D4 with bless.
Yeah.
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 That's a 28 to hit.
Hey.
And then she will do. $20 points of acid damage to this one. As sort of this ball of sort of greenish, gloopish energy sort of coalesces her hand, sort of throws at this one, sort of strikes and begins to sort of burn away at the metallic surface. You begin to see the internal circuitry, and the internal sort of look of it. Wilfred, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna do another check
Okay,
See
yeah,
if,
yeah, make another perception check. Go for it.
because that's another 9.
Another 9. Again, the chaos is too much. You sort of look around in the hubbub, and you're just completely distracted. You don't know what's going on. You see Carrick sort of, teleport again. You see really a hit with a chromatic orb. You're not sure which is weirder. And so it's just a bizarre scene all around.
All right, then I'll move here.
Mhm.
And I'll Sacred Flame the one that is at your thing, so dexterity.
Saving throw.
Yeah,
All right. That is a 12.
that will fail. And that is a total of 13 radiant damage.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right. So as you say, sack the flamme, and sort of this bright radiant energy sort of explodes on this creature and sort of burns at it. That ends your turn, Wilfred, right?
Yeah.
All right, Girthing, now it's your turn.
I felt like I hit him really hard and nothing happened, so I'll switch to my trident I have
All right, go for it.
and try that.
Where's that natural thing?
Yeah. Should I? Let's reckless again. Why not?
All right.
Oh,
Well, that's a 454. So it's 7 plus 9.
That's
16 to hit.
16 misses.
And then, oh, that's better. 27.
That hits.
All right, this glaive is a D10, or this trident, sorry. 14 points of piercing.
All right. So this time you sort of pull out your trident, you sort of stab into it this time again. And this time you do feel sort of the crunch of the circuitry as you try to stab in the face. It's not down by any means, but you can tell that you did serious damage. They sort of stab into it and sort of push into it. Did a decent job. All right, and now it is back to their turn, and you see a third one appear, sort of at the end of the. Where are you guys? See you guys maybe. Sort of at the end of the of the alley down this way. You see a third one appear. Can you see a third one?
yeah,
Okay, well.
invisible.
It's okay.
All right. Well, you see a third one sort of appear at the end of the alleyway, and now it is their turn. As now they will move. So this one will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, you can see that. Why is that one appearing? Huh. I wonder. All right. I'll just know where it is. That's a bummer. So as this one sort of moves up next to Carrick, it can't quite get engaged with you, so it's going to hit you with its ray again. So I can have a dexterity saving throw from you, Carrick.
Certainly. Oh, come on. 9.
That's a failure.
Is that with the D4?
Yep. And a D6 from my subclass.
Ooh.
That is 21 points of force damage from you as this a bright red ray sort of emanates from the face of this creature, sort of strikes you. And Carrick.
Concentration is half of the damage.
That's right, or 10. I think
so it's just
10.
It's just a 10
10.
again because it's yeah, that's 23. So
all right,
we're
you
good.
save. Good job. All right, now Kurth. Yeah.
Eric.
Me?
No. So Girthing, can I have a dexterity saving throw from you?
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
30.
2, 6, 25.
All right, so you save. So you take half of 12, which is 6 points of force damage from this another reddish beam sort of emanates, bursts from this thing and sort of strikes you. Now you used reckless last time, right?
Yeah,
All right, so that is a 28 to hit.
that hits.
All right. Then that is 15 points of slashing damage. And then another 4-leg attack. That is a 26 to hit.
Hit.
And then that is at least 17 points of slashing damage. Let me just double check the math. Yeah, that's 17 points of slashing damage. And then why isn't this third one appearing? Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I can see him on my screen. Not sure why you can't see him on your screens, but oh well. So that one will move up, and then let's see. 5. So the creature is right here for reference.
Right.
So that's where he is. And then he will, I believe he can hit really with his force beam. So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No, he cannot. All right. So that ends their turn. All right, Carrick, you are back up.
All right. Gonna step up and swing at him.
Go for it.
Big money, big money. And no. Second attack. That's better. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Now we're talking. It's a little better anyway. 10, 15, 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
That hits. Or I'm sorry. 19 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay.
Yes, it does.
How many points? How many points of fire damage? I'm sorry.
3 points of fire damage.
All right. You sort of wail on it again with your dragon maul. You sort of strike it in the face, sort of break, you sort of slay him and say, sort of, it holds up one of its, sort of 4 legs to block. You sort of break the 4-leg in half. This one's looking pretty damaged now. Yes, that was your 2 attacks.
It was. And I
Alright.
don't think there's anything else I can do. Do I wanna? Yeah, I'm just gonna stay there for now.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and second wind.
All right, go for it.
D10. Nope. I'm rolling a D24. I don't know. Losing my mind. Cool. Yeah.
All right. It's your fighter
18
level.
Points of healing. It's my
Nice.
fighter level. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, that ends your turn, Carrick.
Yeah.
All right, Ava, you're back up.
Try and take this majorly damaged one down.
Go for it.
All right. That is a 6. Oh, that one's gonna hit. That's a 19
That hits.
and a 23.
Both hit.
22 points of damage.
All right. So these Eldritch Blasts sort of emanate forth, sort of striking this creature as this hex is sort of flowing around. It sort of has just hit Carrick. Carrick's hit it. And then these 2 Eldritch Blasts sort of pummel it and sort of push it back, just sort of sliding in the dust. It looks really hurt. Looks really, really hurt, but it's not quite down yet. It sort of like collapses to the ground. You sort of see the sort of the light in its little like mechanical eyes sort of fade for a second, and then sort of like slowly or sort of gets back up and sort of scuttles again towards Carrick.
Yep, that'll be my turn.
All right, now it is Aurelia's turn, and Aurelia is going to cast Chromatic Orb at the one back here, the one that isn't appearing on your screen. So that is,
With the D4.
oh dear, that is a that might still hit. That is a 16 plus 3 is 19. That hits. So that is, she did that at say 3rd level. That is it's 26 points of fire damage to the one that is sort of coming down the street that has just appeared. So that is I think that's right. All right. So this bluish greenish energy sort of emanates from her hands, sort of hurls it forward and sort of strikes this one and sort of burns at it and sort of bursts into flame, sort of begins to scald this creature. And it's Aurelia's turn. Wilfred, your turn.
I'll nudge Rose Petal forward 10 more feet. I'll check one more time because they're not necessarily like people or fleshy bits.
Sure, go for it.
It's another I was about to say that's a 17 for 22 total.
22. Okay. This time, as you're sort of scanning the crowd is beginning to thin out as this fight has started to go on. People have fled the area, right? Rather than be hurt in the melee. You see one odd individual sort of standing on a hilltop up above. He's sort of a pallid elf like Aeris, wearing sort of a black sort of visor on his eyes that sort of has lights up, sort of on sort of like red and sort of these holes. They're not like eye slits, but they're like little holes. It's not like Cyclops' visor, but like there's like little like a mosaic. Yeah, little mosaic slits in it that sort of light up red. He sort of stands there with a bow, and he sort of holds some sort of device in his hands, and sort of has 2 sort of katanas on his back. And he sort of stands watching the fray.
How far away is he?
Probably 120, 200 feet.
I'll try to get Angbor's attention and just point, say we're being watched that direction. And then I will sacred flame this spider biker thing.
All right. That's, I think, a 12. So I think that's another fail. Yeah, it's a 12.
That's 12 points of damage, radiant.
All right. Again, this burst of rage sort of spears this creature's sort of metallic hide, sort of burns away at the metallic mail and the carapace of its exterior shell, leaving sort of the pina colada mark of Sarenrae. That's your turn, Wilfred?
Yes.
All right. Now it is Girthing's turn.
All right, I'll make my swings again.
All right, go for it.
Breakfast again.
All right.
It's black again.
Oh, that's a good thing I reckless. 16 plus 9 is 25.
That hits.
That's, I think, 4 natural ones that have popped up in my dice today.
Wow.
And 2 3s on advantage.
Yeah.
14 points of piercing.
Okay.
I'll swing again because I feel he's still alive.
Yep, he's still up.
That's good.
Oh wait, that's my damage side.
But it's so.
It's 16 plus 9, another 25.
that hits. Yep.
11 points of piercing again.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Now it's their turn. As you sort of, so you sort of pull out your trident again. You sort of jam it into the creak in the arm. You sort of twist and sort of break some of it off. Then you sort of stab it again. You sort of you're wailing at it with this trident, sort of wielding it two-handed or one-handed.
I assume 2.
Two-handed, so like a terrestrial Poseidon. You sort of stab it again. You sort of with sort of harpooning it with your golden trident of fish command. You sort of continue on the fray. Now it is their turn. So there can I have a dexterity saving throw from you, Girthing.
Yeah. Sorry, that was
Dex save for you.
dex save again.
Yep.
When would they learn? This time maybe. 13.
13. All right, that fails, and that is 37 points of force damage.
Or one time they hit me, you don't think?
17. 37 halved is
It's like 15, 18.
18.
All right, now they're gonna hit you with the
Advantage.
forelegs. Yep.
Disadvantage on the first one.
So it's just flat.
Okay. Well, all right. You did roll a
We
natural
can do it on
20.
the second one. We
Okay.
can do it on the second one.
Roll a natural 20 on the first one. So that is
The calls don't seem to do
that's 28 points of slashing damage on the first one, and then the second one is at disadvantage.
Yeah, so it's just flat.
Okay, and that is a 23 to hit on the second one,
It hits.
and then that is 19 points of slashing damage.
All right, yeah, that's not too bad. I'm not doing too bad, guys.
Yeah.
All right, and this one will sort of wheel around and go here. So it's towards you, Carrick. And then it will can I have a dexterity saving throw from you, Carrick?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Eh, 12.
That's a failure. So that is that is 21 points of force damage to you. And it's going to hit you with a four-leg attack. That's not an advantage. I'm sorry. Hit you with four-leg attack, and that is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
And second attack, that is a 16 to hit.
Misses.
All right.
I got a 16 on my concentration, by the way.
Okay. And then it was like 21 points, so you're good. All right.
Yeah.
And this will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So it's right here for those of you who don't know. So it's going to make a attack at Aurelia. And so that is one of those force beam attacks. So she rolled real poor. That is
What?
yeah, she used the blast. So that's 7 on her dexterity saving throw. So that is 14. That's 21 plus 30. That's 34 points of force damage to her as she is this bright red energy sort of blows and turns her, blows her back, sort of like thrown about like a rag doll. As these three are now hammering your ragtag group.
Good.
Now it is Carrick's turn.
I'm going to hit this guy.
All right, go for it.
That's, the thing that I do.
Yep, the thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 19.
That hits.
It hits. All right. That's 19 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of fire damage.
All right, how you want to do this?
It's gonna it's find a weak spot in one of its legs, bust open the leg so it falls down, and when it loses its balance, just kind of bring the hammer down right on its jewel eyeballs.
All right. So you sort of crack and sort of sweep the legs, and you sort of bring your hammer down like an executioner, and just sort of burst open the head, and sort of there's an explosion of wires and sparks, and sort of like its head breaks open and it sort of collapses to the ground. One of them is down.
And I'm gonna get right here.
All right.
That's what? 25 feet. Yeah, so I could still move another 5 if I wanted to. All right. Oh yeah, that's a 29 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, come on. Oh, it's a little better. Ten, 13, 8, 17 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of fire damage.
How many
And then
points of
one
fire
more because
damage? Fire damage again?
what's that?
How many points of fire damage?
4.
Okay.
4.
All right. So good.
And one more attack because I
Killed the dude, right?
killed the dude, and it's awful. It's absolute garbage.
Okay. All right. So you come rush forward now. The second one of these, after killing one, you sort of swing and sort of slams into it, and now you're almost too overconfident. You sort of swing again, and sort of slip a little bit, sort of sweep underneath its face, or skim the air. That ends your turn, Carrick.
Yeah,
All right.
that'll do it.
Ingvord, is now your turn. You have seen Wilfred gesturing over towards
Yeah.
the hill.
Yep. So that's what I was going to say. So in that mention where Wilfred was attacking, I had heard him say something about the hill. I look up and I see this elven-looking creature, the last remaining. He seems to be very much concentrating in our direction. It seems like, right?
Yep.
I am going to look him in the eye as best I can and aim in his direction and hit 2 Eldritch Blasts to him.
Okay. Eldritch Blast, how long is it before it gets disadvantage?
It's 300 feet right now.
Okay. Then
There is no disadvantage.
It's just a max range.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll.
That is 21 and a 17.
All right. So the 21 hits.
Does 15 damage.
All right. So you sort of see this figure up in the hill, sort of watching you guys. You sort of send one Eldritch Blast, and sort of one sort of arcs by, and sort of like stands back, sort of stares, and sort of sudden sort of surprise. You sort of send another one, and sort of strikes him, sort of blows him off, and sort of he lands on his sort of bum, and he just looks up, and he's sort of shocked and confused.
Yeah, he looked in our direction. I don't know.
Hit me hard.
Don't know who he is, and he seems to be potentially controlling these things. So
Sorry, officer, he looked at me, so blast him.
So anyway, I started blasting.
that's my turn.
I did.
All right. All right. Now it is Aurelia's turn. Aurelia is going to take another chromatic
I pointed them out to you.
at 4th level, at the one that Carrick is engaged with. That's gonna miss. That is a 15 to hit. So that's that. Sort of pulls forth this sort of electrical crackling energy, sort of throws it forth, sort of misses entirely. Now it's Wilfred's turn.
You're looking pretty bad. You're looking pretty hurt.
Somewhat.
Yeah, I think I can get. You take one of the. I will heal you, Gerthing.
Okay.
So I It's not something you've seen before because it's the first time I'm casting it. But I am casting life transference.
Hmm.
Um,
You give me 2 of your cards. Yeah.
that's 4 plus that's 7. That's you heal 14.
Okay. Halves.
Yes.
Because you're raging.
Um, and I take 7 damage.
Half.
I rolled a lot of 1s and a 2. 1d8.
Do you have to roll for bless concentration?
I will have to roll for concentration for that. Which is a 21 plus 4. So
Good to go.
everyone's still blessed. Yep. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
All right. Ends your turn, Wilfred.
Yes.
All right, Gerthang, you're up now.
Well, now I have enough hit points to reckless again.
Yeah. I rolled very poorly on that.
That's a good thing for you.
Should I reckless again? I mean, reckless.
It's
The
a
word
fun spell.
reckless is in the word reckless, right? So
That's why it's reckless.
that's why you
Yeah.
gotta you just do it. All right, why not? I'll reckless again.
It's a fun spell.
So which reckless?
Yeah. With the D4.
Oh,
With the D4.
there's one in there.
That makes it a 20, right?
Yeah, it makes it a 20, 29 to hit.
All right, that hits.
Uh, 13 points of piercing.
All right.
Second attack.
All right, go for it.
I will put another one there. Yeah, 22 to hit
That hits.
and 15 points of slashing.
All right.
Piercing.
You sort of
That's my turn.
stab it again in the jaw, sort of piercing up into its circuitry. And you sort of pull it, spin it around in your hand, and you sort of spin it down like a drill into the top of its head. Looks decently hurt. Now,
Great.
Wilfred, can I have you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Me?
Yes, because as this bright burst of reddish energy sort of pulses forth and arcs towards you.
This is not being frightened.
Nope.
No, it is not.
Yeah,
Okay.
getting slammed. This is you dying.
That is a 6.
That is 25 points of force damage to
This
you.
is the part where he killed you.
25 points of force damage.
Yep, and then
I'm immune to force damage.
oh really, really? Okay, well then. Now it's gonna hit you, Gerthang.
Okay.
I'll roll a concentration.
All right, that's a 28 to hit.
That hits. I would also like to, well, I guess I gotta live through the damage first, but I'd like to do my vengeful assault back at it.
Okay, that is 21 points of slashing damage.
All right, and then I get a chance to hit it back.
Yep.
D4.
Reckless.
And that one,
2 nat ones. Really?
and a 1 on the D4. This
Oh,
is like my 5th nat 1.
so you sort
only
of
like the third
drop
one.
your trident, and it's gonna hit you again as you sort of drop your trident and bend down and try and pick it up.
Bend over.
That is only a 15 to hit.
That misses.
All right, so it's sort of dropping the trident, sort of throws it off, and sort of steps in your trident, sort of slides a little bit, and isn't able to sort of swipe at you and sort of get impact with you. Now, the one that's against you, Carrick. Carrick, can I have a dexterity saving throw to start?
Mm, 12.
That's a failure. That is 31 points of force damage to you.
Ooh. That's a good one. I got to get 15 on my concentration, which is 22. So we're good.
All right, good. Now you're gonna
Just
get
has to miss now.
that's a 21
Yes.
to hit.
That misses.
Mhm. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
Woohoo, I'm down.
All right, and then it will move on to you. It will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then we'll take its second attack at Aurelia. That is a 27 to hit. That hits. That is 11. That is 17 points of slashing damage to Aurelia. And that ends their turn. All right, now it's
Does the
Wait, the
does
spider's
the
gone?
does the bless apply to death saving throws?
Blesses. I don't think so.
It's a saving throw.
But
It is
are
a
you still
saving throw.
blessed when you're unconscious?
Yes, it's my concentration.
Let's look that up. All right, but Angvor, is now your turn.
Can you
No,
bless the
it's,
dead
no, it's
body?
my turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It does. It is your turn. I'm sorry. 1 second.
It says it does.
It does. All right, then go ahead and roll a death saving throw with bless.
And your D6.
And my D6. Okay, not quite enough to bring me back up, but you know, it did save me from failing a death saving throw. 14.
14. All right, it's a save. All right, now it's Angvor's turn.
Looking back in the direction of this guy, is he seemingly doing anything, or is he just?
So you hit him with an Eldritch Blast, then over the last round, he has sort of popped up, and he's sort of now seems like he's now sort of moved away a little bit, moved up behind something, so he has 3/4 cover. But he's still watching. He's still watching the scene below.
Keep an eye on him, but I will use my bonus action to maneuver the hex from the dead one to the one that is over on by Carrick, the one that had just downed Carrick.
Yep.
Now Aurelia.
Mhm.
And then I'll hit that with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
All right, go for it.
And barely gonna hit that one. That's a 21
That hits.
and then a 26.
All right. That both hit.
Bless you.
22 points, 22 points of damage.
All right, so 22 points of force damage. That is both.
Yep, that's
All right.
total.
You sort of move your hex over and sort of emanates around, sort of reaches around this creature, and then sort of slams in. Send 2 Eldritch Blasts for slamming into it. It looks hurt, but doesn't look super hurt.
That's my turn.
All right, that's the end of your turn. Okay. And it's Aurelia's turn. She's going to drop a chromatic orb at 4th level on this one. 4th level, right? 4th level. That's gonna hit, and then that is, she's gonna do lightning damage on this one. 12. That's 31 points of lightning damage to the creature in front of her as she sort of lets out this sort of this ball of sort of electrical energy, sort of strikes forward and sort of strikes the creature. And then she will move 5, 10, taking an attack of opportunity, which that'll hit. 16 points of damage on the attack of opportunity. So you should move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's moving as far away as possible from that creature. All right, Wilfred, it's now your turn.
So I will. Um, how bad is the creature that? How bad does the creature look that's standing over Carrick?
It looks hurt, but it doesn't look badly hurt at all.
Hmm. Then I will. What am I doing? I should have thought of this beforehand. I will. I'm within 30 feet of that one creature. Yeah, I'm going to action channel divinity.
Okay.
Radiance the Dawn. I'll reach into my chest, and any creature, hostile creature within 30 feet of me must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
D10, D10.
As 19.
That saves, so take half damage, and that is 20 half, so 10 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I will run over with rose petal, 5, 10, 15. How far do I need to be for that spell?
Healing word, I believe that's 60 feet. That's what you're trying to do.
It is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I'll cast healing word at 2nd level
Okay.
on Carrick.
All right.
And that is 10 healing damage to Carrick.
All right. Carrick, you are back up.
Woohoo!
And that is my 5. I'll move to like I'll just stay there. I'll just stay there.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So that ends your turn, Wilfred. Girthing, you're up now.
I will make unreckless attacks at this
Alright.
guy. I mean, that's definitely going to hit. That's a 32.
All right. Yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah.
That's good because that is 18 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Yeah, max damage. I'll hit him again.
Go for it.
23
That hits.
to hit. And 15 points of piercing damage on that one.
Dang. So you sort of pummeling this thing with your trident, sort of slashing at it left and right. It's still starting to look hurt now. That one's starting to look pretty hurt. As you guys have done a fair amount of damage, especially in the last, between Wilfred and Girthing's last 2 attacks. It looks decently hurt now.
I'll stay put.
All right, so you sort of stab it again. Sort of now you sort of rip off one of its forelegs and sort of standing there, sort of fritzing, sort of sparking it. Sparks are coming from this broken foreleg. And now it's their turn. So firstly, this one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Is it slowed? Angor?
Slowed the 10, 20 feet movement. Yeah.
So slowed 20 feet. Okay, so then it will just do its beam at Aurelia.
Beam.
So that is a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Blessed.
She is blessed. So that will probably save.
I use blessed.
It does not save. So she will get a lot of fun.
Healers are you could think that.
That is It's 26 points of damage, and Aurelia is
Yeah.
down.
He's already.
All right. And that ends. So Aurelia is now down. That ends that one's turn. And then now, Girth thing. Can I have you make a dexterity saving throw?
Sure.
As well.
Might as well be me.
That's better.
22.
That saves.
It's like quarter.
So that is 36 points of damage. Half. I believe it's 18.
Okay. Another house again is 9.
Advantage.
And then it's going to hit you with its 4 legs attacks. You're still up.
Yep.
All right. That is natural 20.
Was that flat?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
flat. Yeah, it's just one die.
Okay.
That hits.
All right. That's only 14 points damage though. It rolled low.
Oh, that's great because I'm still up.
All right. And then it's going to roll again. That is a 30.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
All right. And that is 13 points of slashing damage.
That is just enough.
So it didn't take you out?
No, it's enough to take me out.
Okay. All right.
I had 6 points left when he hit me for 13.
All right. So Girthing and Aurelia are both down now. Carrick, you're up.
All right, well, I will stand up, I guess.
All right.
I don't think I can get close enough to attack this guy, though. And what other options do I have? I don't have anything that I can do. Already actions merged. Yeah, only thing I can really do is Scorching Ray.
All right.
So 3 of those.
Stopping out the combat.
I said VOD more.
It doesn't include the ones that got rounded down.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like there's like 1 or 2.
3 of those. And I still have Bless, right?
Yes.
Yes to the Bless.
And you're rolling at the one that's sort of between Angvor and Aurelia, right?
Yes, yeah. First one is a 19.
Hits.
I'll just roll all 3 and then roll damage. Second one is less than 19.
What was it?
It was 17.
Misses.
And the third one is 23.
Both. So yeah, hits. 2 hits, 1 miss.
And that's 2d6 each. That's gonna be 13 points of fire damage
Okay. Total.
total.
All right. You sort of send out these scorching rays. They sort of arc towards this creature. This one misses, but the other 2 sort of strike it. It looks hurt, but not near as hurt as the one that Girthing was fighting. Now it is Angvor's turn. Angvor, what are you doing?
We're gonna try and hit it again.
All right, go for it.
Now that one's gonna miss. That's a 17. Oh,
Misses.
that one will hit. That's a 24.
Hits.
15 points of damage.
All right.
And then
You pushing him back.
I will leave him there to slow him, but I'm going to use one of my bonus actions
Okay.
to use Mind Thrust on this one. It's a intelligence saving throw.
Arthur Robot.
They have zero intelligence.
They probably could.
Mm-mm. Maybe they're just programmed. They're not smart.
That's all right.
That's a -2 on its intelligence saving throw.
So that double the damage now? That's like a critical. So it gets oh, terrible. That's the one. 9.
I thought that one was at 1 as well.
Like plug directly to the terminal. Upload virus.
13 points of damage. And
What type of damage?
it's psychic damage.
See, as you sort of do this mind thrust, you don't find an intelligent mind there. It's just a blank automaton. You sort of thrust your mind in. There's no mind there to thrust into, and the power benthus appears to dissipate without finding a target.
Well, I don't know if that makes it not do anything, but this is the one that also, if it fails, then it can only do an action, a bonus action, or move.
One second, I'm going to look up that spell. Just since this creature is immune to psychic damage, I just wanted.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean-
the wording of it.
What it feels. They failed to save.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It has no mind to be thrusted.
Obviously, -2.
Incremental thrust to like moderate float.
You
Do the matrix thing where you take it over. Mini Android pop up.
Mr. Anderson.
I thought about using gaseous form to go inside the creature.
Mm.
I will say that it doesn't do anything. That's what I'm going to say.
Cool.
But I should-
All right, now it's Aurelia's turn. Aurelia has blessed on her saving throw, right? Or death saving throw.
Yes.
All right, that is already a save, and then. All right, so she saves on her first death saving throw. All right, now it is Wilfred's turn.
Did you roll? Did you go?
It's not my turn.
When you,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
asked
I
me?
go after.
Yeah, he goes
Ah.
after you. Yeah.
I thought you went out before me. In that case, that changes my mind. Let's see. I do really want to get rid of these guys.
Don't we all?
I'll cast Scorching Ray at 4th level.
Okay, on which one?
Both of them.
Okay.
So I'll do 2 on the one.
2 and 2.
It's I can do 5 bolts.
Okay.
Yeah, I do 3 on the 3 on the left.
I think.
So I'll do the first 3 on the left.
Okay, sounds good.
4 plus 9 is that's a 13.
To hit, misses.
That is a 27 to hit,
That hits.
and a 16.
Misses.
So only 1 hits, and I think that is 2d6 fire damage for Scorching Ray.
Yeah, that's what Ben just did.
But that is good. That is 11 points of fire damage to the one on the left,
Okay.
and then the 2 on the right.
All right, go for it.
Uh, 21 to hit
That hits.
and a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Uh, so 8 points of fire damage to the one on the right.
All right. You see now these scorching rays, sort of three of them strike towards the creature. Only one hits him. And the other two sort of arc towards the one that is standing over Girthing's body. And then one of them hits him. And that ends your turn, Wilfred?
Yeah.
All right. Girthing, can I have a death saving throw, please?
If I roll a one on both of them, do I auto die? On the D4 and the D20. Well, it's a 22 total.
That's it.
18 and 4. Yeah.
You're good. All right. Now it's their turn. So this one. the one
So
on the left-
does I know that with my subclass feature with my extra D6 on death saves, if it adds up to more than 20, it counts as a natural 20 for a death save and you come back with 1 hit point. Does anything else that's added to a death save work the same way?
Let me double check.
Imagine not. Like Bless doesn't give you like a nat 20 if it
Right.
brings your dice naturally up above 20.
Right. Yeah. Plus full yeah, here we go. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's just constant
Okay.
success. All right. So now it's their turn. The one on the left is going to send a. I want it's going to send its beam of energy at you, Wilfred. Can I have a dexterity saving?
That is 20.
That saves. So that is 28, but you save, so that's half to 14 points of force damage.
Okay, and I will roll for my concentration.
So we'll go 5, 10, 15. It's going to take an attack at you, Carrick. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And that is 12 points of slashing damage.
Good, I'm back down.
All right. And then it's going to move like 5. So I think he'll move like a little bit that way back towards you guys. All right. And this one's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I have Angvor make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Not do that one.
Okay.
No, that'll save. That's a 20
Okay.
something, 26,
24.
24.
All right. So that is another 28. So you only take 14 points of force damage. And it will move up to you. That's 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm sorry. It can only go here. So it will not attack you this round, Wilfred. That is your
Alright.
turn. Carrot, can I have you make a death saving throw, please?
With bless still?
With bless.
Did Will make
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, that is a fail.
All right.
Roll,
Angkor,
roll.
it's your turn.
What?
It's your turn now.
Oh. I'm gonna keep hitting the one to text.
All right, go for it.
That is a 20 and then a almost 30. So they both hit.
Go for it. You can roll damage.
$26 points of damage.
All right. So So you sort of see these Eldritch Blasts are pummel into it. Now this one's looking decently hurt too. They both look decently hurt after Angvor's hit attacks or slam into it. Anything else you're gonna do, Angvor? Oh yeah, you're pushing him away.
And moving him back this way, as far out of the way as possible.
Sure, go
And he's
for it.
slowed 20 feet. Yep,
Got it.
that's it.
All right. It's Aurelia's turn. She's gonna roll her death saving throw with bless.
It's just me and you, Wilfred.
That is a failure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do my thing word.
Now it is your turn, Wilfred.
Mass healing word at let's do it at 4th level.
All right.
So that is 2d4. 10 points of healing damage to everyone.
All right.
Look at you.
And that you can reach, Kara?
60 feet. 60 feet.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah,
All
left
right.
behind.
All right, everyone's back up.
For now.
And then how far away? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then as an action, I will Sacred Flame this one.
Which one?
That's right in front of me.
Let's do a saving throw.
Um,
That's a natural 20.
Saves then. That would have been a lot of damage. That would have been 20 damage.
That
And
would-
then I should have done it. I will just move. I don't know. I'm not really in a good spot to move away from y'all. I'll just sit there.
Both pretty hurt. So.
All right, this is a
Yeah.
street, so if you guys want to move like up this way, if you want to go like over here, you can. Oh, you don't have.
No, we don't have vision up there.
Yeah. If you want to go up there, you can.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Then in that case,
You are, I think, right.
5, 10. I'll move there, which
Okay.
uh,
So wait, just
I was
choose
gonna
where you
move-
want to move it, because right here. There you go.
yeah,
Feeling the
Right.
difference.
yeah.
Sorry, I probably should have said that. It just the way Dungeon Fog works with the street.
Mm.
Once you move through it. So sorry about that. All right. Then it's your turn, Wilfred.
Yeah.
All right. Your thing is now your turn.
I will stand up.
All right.
Use 20 feet of movement to stand up. Wow.
All right.
That's a lot.
And then I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20 up here. And then I will use my fire breath to try to fire at this guy. right
Dexterity
there.
saving throw.
The dex saving throw.
All right.
D6.
That is a 27.
So he saves, but he'll take half. Oh. So that's 7 on the dice, so half of that is 3.
All right. So you sort of open your maw and sort of this jet of white hot flames sort of burns forward and it sort of does a little bit of damage. This one is sort of skitters out of the way like the mechanical insect it is.
All right,
That's your turn.
that's my turn.
All right, now it's their turn. So this one will go. So it will go 5, 10, 15, 20, right? That's all I can do. But it will make Angvor. Can I have you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please? If you're within 60 feet of it.
That is a 11, 12.
12, All right, that is a failure.
Perfect.
That is 12 points of force damage to you. It rolled really,
Nice.
really low.
Good.
And it moved back 20 feet. It can't hit you guys.
Perfect. That was the goal.
All right, well, that ends its turn. This one will go. It's going to aim can I have you make a dexterity saving throw, Girthing?
Still left.
Yep. I'll have to spend a minute.
Oh, that's 24.
All right, so that is 23
Okay.
points of
I think
23 points of force damage, but halved. So you're at 11.
I'm down again.
All right, and then it will move over here and it'll go 5, 10, and then we'll take some attacks at Aurelia. That hits.
Mhm.
234 points.
6. Yeah, that's I believe 13 points of damage. So I believe she's back down. Yep, so she's back down. And then it'll go up here at 5, 10, and now it's going to use its last attack against you, Angor. That is a natural 20.
I realized I can be warding flare these guys.
Yeah, there's also no gamer, so you can't just raise your hand.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's 28. That is, I believe, 34 points of slashing damage on that one.
Nice. So I will hellish rebuke that one.
Sounds good.
My one-time hellish rebuke. And it is a dexterity saving throw.
All right. That is a 12.
That fails. 3 more d10.
No. Terrible.
And the hogger. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 points of damage.
All right. You sort of you sort of bellow back at it, and sort of burns on this creature. It looks really, really hurt, but it is not dead yet. I'm not dead yet.
I'm just gonna fireball now.
All right. It's Kiark's turn.
All right.
There was three in check.
I'm gonna stand up. I still got bless.
Yep. Still got fun.
Yes. How long has it been? What, 7, 8 rounds?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's probably been about 7.
I think it's
All
almost
right, I'm
steady.
going to go ahead and do my thing
I'll say this is 8.
Yeah.
that I do. Oh yeah, that's a hit. That's a natural 19
Go for
plus 11. It's a
Yep.
30 to hit.
it. Nice.
All right, come on. And after this round, I'm gonna have to get off.
All right.
It's getting late. Oh yeah, that's some good damage. That's some good damage. That's gonna be 23 points of bludgeoning damage
Nice.
and 3 points of fire damage.
Nice. All right. Next hit or next attack.
Come on, come on, come on. How hurt is it looking?
Looks really, really hurt. They both look pretty hurt.
Oh yeah, that's a 26 to hit.
All right, that hits.
All of those are 1s and 2s, so I will re-roll that entire thing. Marginally better. That's 16 points of bludgeoning damage
All
and
right.
1 point of fire damage.
It just barely doesn't go down. Uh, sort of as you sort of swing into it, you sort of break its head open, and it's like its head sort of like tilted to the side, dangling by a thread. It sort of stands up and looks at you. That ends your turn, Carrick.
Oh, and actually, you know what? I only get that extra D4 on the first hit. So that's three less.
Okay. All right. It still looks really, really hurt. But,
Yeah. And that's
All right.
all I got. And I'm gonna have to get off.
Okay.
All right.
Ingvor,
Alright.
now your turn.
We're gonna finish this one off. That's a 23 for the one that he just hit.
That hits.
13 points of damage.
That finishes it. How you want to do this?
Boom! I'll just blow its head up.
All right, so its head, you just sort of send an eldritch blast through it, and sort of looking at Carrick, and its head just sort of explodes, and it sparks, and electrical energy sort of just sort of drops like one of those battle droids in Star Wars. Yeah, after
And then I will use my bonus action to move the hex to the one in front of me and Eldritch Blast that with my second beam.
go for it.
Ooh, that's a 7. Hopefully, yes. So it's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, that's not gonna kill it. So that is 9 points of damage.
All right.
But I am also going to push it a little bit away. But
So you
I-
send an eldritch blast at it, and sort of strikes this creature, sort of slides across the cobblestone sort of street. It looks really hurt too now.
Yeah.
Now it is Aurelia's turn. That is, she saves on her death saving throw, and then is Wilfred's turn. Wilfred, what are you doing?
Round 9. I just got.
That's death door.
I will. I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right.
Way too late into the game. And I will attempt to hit it
All right, go for
with
it.
Spiritual Weapon. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 13 points of radiant damage to it.
That just kills it. How do you want to do this?
The coconut comes.
What? Wait, you said the coconut.
Fuck you up.
Replaces its body.
All right, all right. You just like sort of just smashes the creature, sort of collapses in the middle of the street. And that one is no more as well.
As we
Right.
drop these two to the ground, I look up back at the hill and see if this man is still watching us.
So as you look back up, he has disappeared.
Then I will heal Gerthang.
I failed my first saving.
All right. All right, go ahead and heal Gerthing. I'll have really roll
Round 2.
another death saving throw. That's a failure. All right.
Rolled 6 points of healing healing to you.
Okay.
All right.
And Carrick is up and Aurelia is up, correct?
Down.
Aurelia's
Aurelia's down. I will,
She is another death saving throw.
That's 2.
Yep.
Then I will heal her.
All right. Do you heal her?
7 points of healing to her.
All right. That ends. So
Are there
everyone's
any-
up.
Looking around, I'm going to look at the bodies. Are there any traces of like control mechanisms that I could see? Anything that looks like a control mechanism or something that would like a receiver, not like what they are, but like a receiver for controls.
Sure. Yeah. Make an investigation check for me.
Trace it onto the gold.
Yeah, well, that too. I mean, always looking for those little coppers. Worthwhile. 15 or
15.
6. 15.
All right. So you find what probably is some sort of something or another. Something on the back that looks like it. You're not. You do have knowledge, from the Menagerie Coast of different exotic things, but you aren't necessarily
Yeah.
a tinkerer, somebody who's an expert in this. So you're
Yeah.
like, this looks about right. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah.
You also find 2 gold from the guy
No.
who you just who you blasted in the face on accident.
I mean, I don't know. These things were mighty powerful. But they did not seem to be very intelligent. I could not feel any kind of intelligence in there when I looked into them.
Additionally,
they
you
didn't.
see a certain emblem on them
Mm.
that you. So I will try and share my screen with you. 1 second. You see a certain emblem on them. It looks like. Okay. I may not be able to. I may have to send this in the chat. I'm not sure I can make this. Okay, well, I can try that. Yeah. Maybe. I'll share it. Yeah, I'll just share in the chat. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's sort of like it's a red pentagon in the center with sort of like a starfish like sort of emblem sort of looking around it. And sort of you see these sorts of symbols in the imprinted in the automaton that just attacked you.
I will look around to see if how much attention that drew towards our way.
Make a perception check.
Why are my perception checks so bad? That's a 10.
10. So you look around, everyone's kind of looking at you. I mean, this was a big sort of commotion. You don't pick out any individual in particular who seems any more interested in you than anyone else. But yeah, you're getting a lot of eyeballs.
Guys, I think we might want to get out of here.
I think so too.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you guys,
I'm not sure why they would target us too. We've done nothing to them.
Whoever was
Well, now we
controlling
have
these.
done something to them.
I've never seen one of these things before in my life.
Yeah, but now we've done something. Now they have, maybe they're time travelers.
Oh,
And like,
all right, there you
You
go.
will
I set
tell
the
us.
symbol in the chat. So
mm.
that's what it looks
Yeah.
like.
There you have.
open
Mhm.
image in new tab.
As
That is
we're
accurate.
kind of leaving this street, I'll kind of go over to the accidental guy I hit and check his pockets too. See, might
Sure.
have something in there.
Yeah,
All right.
people.
Make an investigation check for me.
That's a 13.
13. All right. He has 9 copper.
Oh man, this guy. I'll just leave it there. I'm like, this isn't worth my time.
Yeah. Never take copper. It's kicking somebody
No.
down. All right.
So that-
Well, they're dead.
That's the only thing we found on these guys that identified them to something is a symbol.
Yep, that's all you found.
What? How? Can I see like inside it? Is
Yeah,
it like
you can see
what's the mechanisms?
Yeah, it's mechanical. It's got gears and wires and different. It's sort of powered by sort of a rudimentary engine.
I think I've ever seen anything like this.
It looks like ink. No.
At least nothing that could move around like this.
Yeah. I mean, do you think we should get off the road?
I think so.
All right. So as you guys begin to make your way from the scene where you're just attacked by these sort of retrievers, as we roll into tonight's session, as we make our way
Right.
towards Carrick's safe house, he should be here to explain the next part of this journey. So, all right.
Considering we defeated Shelob 3 times.
Yeah.
Metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah.